Excuse me, are you Paul Clark?
Yeah, that's me, but I'm really busy right now. I got a deadline.
Well, I am sorry. Maybe I can come back a little later?
No, just give me a second.
Well, I wanted to talk to you for just a minute.
Yeah, okay, have a seat. I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name.
Johnson. Alan Johnson. 25 years ago, I was your high school English composition teacher.
Wow, Mr. Johnson, it is you. So do you live here now?
Yes, I moved here 5 years ago when I retired. I've been reading your column ever since.
Thank you.
But I never realized you were the Paul Clark I had in my class.
Well, it's a small world, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, I'm assuming since you're here and a reader of mine, you've maybe got a question about one of my columns, huh?
Yes. You're a good writer, Paul.
Thank you.
You have some very astute insights, politically and otherwise. Yes, I am here about one of your columns. Last Tuesday's, in fact, the piece you wrote about convictions. You titled it, Flunking Life. I have it here. You wrote, I had a high school English teacher, Mr. Johnson, who flunked me for the year, essentially because of my belief in God. I'd like to thank him for that. He taught me a very valuable lesson. He taught me that having true convictions can come with a cost, and that flunking English is a lot better than flunking life.
Okay, so you're here because I used one of your names in my column. I am sorry if I offended you.
Oh no, quite the contrary. I came here, well, to ask you a question.
Okay.
What exactly did you mean by the phrase flunking life?
Well, I suppose I meant that flunking life is basing your life on the wrong thing. It's getting to the end of your days and realizing that there was never a foundation, there was never a trust or a belief in God. And then realizing that entire time you've been going down the wrong path.
Yes, that sounds familiar. Flunking life. I could write a book about that. Say, Paul, you wouldn't happen to have those English papers still lying around somewhere, would you?
My high school English papers? Well, actually, yeah, I do. I've saved everything I've ever written. You know, even back then, I had a feeling I was going to be a writer.
Would you mind, do you think maybe you could, if it's not too much trouble, dig them up for me? If it's not too much trouble.
You know what? I've got a better idea. What do you say we go get some lunch and we can discuss what's in those papers?
Yes, I'd like that very much, to discuss what's in those papers.
Mr. Johnson, it would be an honor.
Please, call me Alan.
Alan, I'd be honored.